Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the brand new Godox UL150 LED video light. Thanks for watching. For those of you that are new to our channel, we're actually a photographic and video equipment retailer based out of Sydney, Australia. So we unbox and review products just like this from Godox and other photography and video lighting products. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already yet. Drop a like in this video if it's helped you in any way. Comment down below your thoughts or any questions you have about the Godox UL150. Follow us on social media at Hypop and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Let's get into it. So I've got with me the brand new Godox UL150 silent LED video light. Godox have been recently releasing quite a few different LED lights, branching into that COB LED light market, including the VL150, 200 and 300, and now with the new UL150. Let's take a closer look at this light here and see what's included, as well as some of the features that make it different from the other lights they have available. Just opening this up, the first thing we see is the instruction guide here. There's also a warranty card and the QC pass card. And you've got some cables here. This looks like some DMX cables and a figure 8 cable, as well as it's like a Velcro strap with a little mounting point. I'm assuming this is going to be for the control pack. Let's open this up. Okay, there's a few bits and pieces in here. Firstly, we've got the reflector. This looks slightly different to the standard Bowens reflector. It looks like it's a little more narrow. It's also got a pattern on the inside here. And having seen some of these before, these are basically used to amplify the light a little bit more. So usually they're at about a 60-degree reflector. This one here is a little bit more narrow. I believe it's 55 degrees. It's a Bowens reflector too, so because this particular light's a Bowens mount. And you've got the power adapter. That's to be used with the figure 8 cable. And you've got the light itself, which is here. It looks quite large. And also just the control pack. So having a look at the light, just the first impressions are that the actual light itself is larger than the VL150. That's to accommodate the large heatsink that's on the inside. So this light here is marketed as a silent light, so that means there's no fans, which is perfect for filmmakers and videographers who are concerned about having that sort of ambient sound from the fan. That way you won't have to worry about it with this particular light because there are no fans, and there's just a large heatsink on the inside there that'll help dissipate the heat when the light's in use. So I've got the UL150 set up on a stand here. Firstly, let's take a closer look at some of the physical designs. The actual unit itself is larger than the VL150, so if you're comparing those two lights, that's something to take note of. It's actually larger physically as well as heavier. So it weighs about 3 kilos compared to the VL150, which is only 2 kilos. And that's because of the big heatsink on the inside here. On the outside, you can see there's a lot of laser cutouts on the actual chassis, and that's to further heat dissipate when the actual light's on, as well as that really large metal heatsink on the inside. You've still got that back handle here to help with the tilting, as well as the U bracket or the yoke bar that you just need to loosen on one side here to control the actual tilting and movement of the head. Now the great thing about the movement of the head is that you can actually move it almost 360 degrees. So if you've got the cable plugged in on the back here, you will be restricted when going towards the bottom here of the yoke bar. But when you're actually rotating, you can see it almost goes the full way, and the handle just hits on the opposite side there. So that's really good to see that they've included that, and they've thought about the design, because some other lights, including some of the larger COB lights, they don't have that full movement for the head. Now on the front side here, you can actually see an umbrella mount, and that's built into the front part of the head here. And it's also a Bowens mount. So the Bowens mount means that you can use Bowens modifiers, including softboxes, barn doors, snoots, a whole bunch of different lighting modifiers. On the front here, you can see a COB chip, and that's your single point light source, as the same basically as all their other COB lights. On the back here, you've also just got the DMX control plug, and that's a locking plug too, which is great just in case it gets yanked and the actual cable won't get pulled out. Overall, it's a great design. It is a little bit heavier, so you need to take note of that. But the good thing about it is that it actually separates itself with the power or the control pack here, and also the power adapter. So some units, some monoblock heads that are LED lights, they build all of the controls into one unit. So Godox have separated that, similar to the VL150, where you've got the control pack separate, and you connect the cable here to the back of the light, and you've also got the AC adapter separate too. So that means you can have this up on a C stand or a boom stand, have some elevation with your light and not have to go up to the light to control anything. It also makes it less top heavy. So that means you can, safely mount it at a higher position without any worries. Now, in terms of other accessories they've included, firstly, they've got this Bowens reflector here, and you can see that just clips straight into place. There we go. And they've also included a little strap here. So this is a little Velcro strap. They call it a fastener. You can see it's actually got like a little V-lock plate here in the front, and that just connects to the back here at the actual V-lock battery mounting point at the back. That's if you're not using a battery, and that's to lock in the AC adapter. So I've got the AC adapter here, and you just need to wrap that around the AC adapter there and mount it directly to the back of the control pack here, so it's all in one unit there, so you're not having a separate unit lying around. It also helps with the cable management, so that's a really good feature. Now on the top of the control pack, there's a little plastic hook. It actually comes pushed in like that, so you can just pull that out there, and that's what you can use to hang the control pack off a light stand. You've also got 2 antenna ports here, so you can screw on the 2 antenna ports, as well as just the cable connection to the back there that goes down to the battery pack. Now the light itself, the main feature of it is that it's silent and it's fanless, so that's great because that means you're actually, you can use it in so many different situations. A lot of LED lights, that's their major drawback, is that sometimes the fan gets quite loud, especially when using it for extended periods or if you're using it at higher intensities. So this is one of the first lights, COB lights anyway, that have a fanless design, which is great. It's perfect for close-up work, headshots, just lighting in general. If you're too concerned about fan noise, this is the light to go for. It still has that output of 150 watts, so that's the same as the VL150, although it does come at a cost, so it is slightly more expensive than the VL150. However, if fan noise is important to you, then this is the one to look for. A few things that are different to the VL150, firstly, are that there's no remote that's included. That's the RC-A5 Mark II. So there, you can purchase that separately, but if you're wanting to wirelessly control this, you'll need to purchase that optional remote. And there's also no case. So the VL150 comes with a large case, and that there is not included with this UL150. So this light here is a no frills light. There's no effects or anything like that. Other COB lights like the VL150 and also this Aperture C300D or the C120D Mark II, they all have lighting effects. This one here is a point source light. It's literally just a single light source that you can control the intensity, turn it on or off, and it has that full 150 watt power. Now, just going through the box again, I actually missed the component that is included. There's 2 antennas here that just screw to the top part here of the control pack. One's got a silver interior and one's got a gold interior, and that matches up to the silver and gold mounting points here. So you just need to ensure that you mount them to the correct ones. You can see one antenna is actually smaller than the other. Now, the reason you would need an antenna is to use that wireless remote control, that RC-A5 Mark II. And it's similar to the remote control that's with the VL series, so the VL150, 200, and 300. You can purchase that separately and control this wirelessly. So now in terms of actually just using the light, what you need to do is just turn the light on. There is an actual 0% there, so you can see 0% is an actual true off state. And as you increase in intensity, you can increase it 1% increments all the way up to 100%. So you can see that's quite bright there, especially when using that reflector. And that's pretty much it. So there's an on-off button as well as a brightness wheel. And lastly is just a group channel button here. So when you press down on the channel button, it highlights channel, and you can use the wheel to select your channel. Or you can press again and that will highlight group, and you can change the group setting to match up to your wireless remote control. Apart from that, it can be battery operated as well if you're using V-lock batteries. And on top of that, it's just a great source light in terms of the actual fanless design. It really is one of the first innovations they made for COB lights. In a while, a lot of the lights, they have stepless or proportionate fans where they would increase and decrease in fan speed based on the output. Having a fanless design completely for an LED light, which is important for a lot of filmmakers as well as video makers. It's great to see Godox is innovating with that also. Finally, just the main technical specs for the UL150, which include that it's a 5600 Kelvin light, has a variance of plus or minus 200K, which isn't too bad. Also, it has a CRI rating of 96 and a TLCI rating of 97. And with the actual reflector on, you've got a 58,000 lux reading at 1 meter. So it is a great single point source light. For more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below your thoughts or any questions you have about the Godox UL150. Don't forget to drop a like if this video has helped you in any way. Follow us on social media at Hypop and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.